What's going on, everybody? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the SDCC 2014 Marvel Legends Thanos Imperative box set. This is Blastaar, and this is the I guess if you want to call it the Build-A-Figure in this box set, I guess, or wave, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. This is the this is kind of, I guess you want to call it, he technically would be a Build-A-Figure in this box set, but he's just the larger figure in the box set. Overall, you know, I mean, not a character I was expecting to get in a exclusive, but I get it. If you're going to do an exclusive, you might want to do a little bit more of a I guess less sought after characters because they're exclusive, so you can hit that bunch of collectors that would like this. And you know, I like this figure overall. I really do think that they did a good job. He's pretty basic here. There's not a lot of going on with him that's crazy, but they did make some nice additions to this figure to separate him from some of the other Build-A-Figures, and it also separate himself from most of the other new Marvel Legends that have come out. As far as his head sculpt here, it does look nice. Just wait for camera to focus. There we go. It does look good. Very good head sculpt. There's a lot of gray shading going throughout the hair to kind of give him that grizzly look, if you will. But nice paint detail going throughout to give him that kind of shading throughout. And I do like the red eyes, and I think they did a pretty good job on his face sculpt. So definitely a good job there. As you can see, there's just painted hair here on his chest, but it is a little bit of textured. I'm pretty sure it was the same. This body buck being, I should have pointed this out, sorry. This body buck being based off of the Hulk and the movie Hulk, and also the Ultimate Green Goblin. So if you're like, oh, that body looks familiar, that's why. And that also Ultimate Green Goblin did have some texturing going throughout his chest, as well as the Hulk did. So it gives it, I guess, kind of like a neat feel. If you're touching the hair, you can kind of feel some texture. It's like, oh wow, pretty cool. But there's also texturing going throughout here on the rest of his chest hair. There's not any paint applications on the arms or the ball joint where his arms meet his torso. I don't know. I guess you don't really need it. Maybe some black nails would have been nice, because he is showing his nails on this portion, but overall I don't think they did a bad job. On camera here, it's not really showing the amount of shading, black shading going throughout his gauntlets here and his belt. Also on his, I don't know what you want to call it, his thigh spikes, okay, but his knee pads and his boots as well all have this nice black paint detail, or wash, if you will, over the silver or gray on throughout his outfit here, or costume, or whatever you want to call it. But it does look good. It's a nice wash, a nice black wash, giving it off that feel of it being worn, or he's been through a battle before. So it does give it a nice touch, the figure. But yeah, overall it looks pretty cool. Let's get to his articulation. His head does move side to side. Not the best range of motion because of his beard and just how long his hair is on the back portion as well. So he doesn't really look up and down. His head does not really move side to side either. I mean, tilt wise. Sorry, I shouldn't say side to side, because this is his head side to side. So that looks okay. Side to side, it's all right, but the rest, eh. His arms go up about that far, and they go down. He does have a bicep swivel. His arms also can do a full 360 rotation, if you want them to. Like I said, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. He does have a wrist rotation and a wrist hinge. You can also actually manipulate his gauntlet here to move and rotate as well if you want. He does not have a waist swivel, but he does have this diaphragm joint, which causes him to turn. Doesn't really want to pivot side to side too much. It's kind of like if you do that, it won't stay. So it's mostly just a turning diaphragm. He does have wide jointed hips. Not really sure why they went with the wide joints. I'm pretty sure, let me check Ultimate Green Goblin here. Nope, he has wide joints too. So I guess they kind of kept it. I'm surprised they didn't go to the T joint, but he does have wide jointed hips, so you just turn the ball socket and then aim it wherever you want to go to get him to turn. So he can go forward and back and out as well, so he does do the splits nicely. He's got an upper thigh swivel, he's got double jointed knees, and he does have the ankle hinge and a slight, he does have the ankle pivot. It is there, so it's not really hindered too much, so you can get him into a nice dynamic pose if you so choose. But overall, I think he's a pretty good figure. I don't see really too many issues here. On his, when you're bending his elbows, these gauntlets can kind of get in the way, so you can't get the full range of motion in his elbows. But this is a pliable plastic. It's not too hard, so you can kind of manipulate it and try to get as much as you can. But still, that could have been fixed with if they would have just cut. Not had this third ring around his gauntlet here, if they would have just done two. But then maybe the forearm might look a little bit weird sticking out, and then I don't know. But yeah, don't really have as many gripes as I did with Gladiator. That neck on Gladiator is woof. Like I said, still a good figure, but that neck, whoa. His belt does move. It is a separate piece, so you can manipulate that as well if you want to use that as a point of articulation, or if you want to shift the belt over left or right or up and down, you can do that. As far as his size comparison goes, like I said, he is based off the Ultimate Green Goblin body, or the movie Hulk. So, but he is actually a little bit taller because of his boots, I believe. His boots are sculpted and they're a little bit taller, as you can see. So that would be the big difference there, and maybe the head makes him a little bit taller as well, but they're pretty close in height anyway. So, but I'm pretty sure it's his shoes that make him a little bit taller. So that's good. I mean, at least you got a little bit of a fluctuation within his height. So not all of these like larger characters are all the same height, so there's a nice little fluctuation there. As far as another size comparison, I'll do a size comparison with Gladiator, since I already did and things are getting falling over now. Here is Gladiator. He's based on the Hyperion body mold. I'm pretty sure we all know how tall the Hyperion body mold is, so there he is next to Gladiator, and he does tower over Gladiator, so it's a nice size there. I'll just do a Bucky Cap body mold. Actually, this review will be next. I'll just do this review. Here he is standing next to Black Bolt, and he towers over Black Bolt, so I'm going to do that review next. So he towers over him. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else to say with him. He's got a nice like navy blue almost, and these two dots actually right here. I wanted to point that out before I let you guys go. These two dots right here that are part of his costume, they actually are sculpted. So that's a nice touch that they decided to add in there. I do like that. Like I said, he's got like this navy blue on his pants. And that's pretty much it. So overall, I mean, you can pose him. He's easy to pose. He's got a nice stance to him. Looks pretty menacing. And yeah, definitely a nice, I guess if you want to call it a Build-A-Figure figure in this box set. Probably one of the gems in this box set. I would save the real gem that I think is in there until I do his review, but that'll be coming up soon. But yeah, I would recommend this figure. Actually, this figure goes for pretty decent prices. I actually have seen a couple people posting them up for around $45, which I think is a pretty good price, seeing as that this really is a Build-A-Figure in my book. At least I think. Obviously, you can disagree, but that's just what I think. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you guys on the flip side.